Dear student, today we are going to discuss about matrices. The subject of matrices is used in the study of every branch of science and mathematics. So nowadays is also found useful in solving various problems in the field of business and management. So in this chapter we shall confine ourselves to study of basic laws of metric algebra and elementary properties of determinant and their applications in solving a system of linear equations having one variable, two variable, three variable, and so on. So first of all, we have going to discuss about the word matrices. The word matrices is plural word of the word matrix. Matrix. A set of mn numbers or functions arranged in the form of a rectangular array of m rows and n columns is called an m cross n matrix. M cross n to be read as the order of matrix C m by n. So dear student, we can clear the definition of matrix. We can write it. So remember, a set of mn numbers. Mn numbers means the numbers, both numbers are arranged in rectangular array like real numbers or complex numbers. So numbers may be real or complex. And functions, there are various kind of functions: trigonometric functions, algebraic functions, logarithmic functions, and exponential functions. So a set of mn numbers or functions. Numbers means both numbers, real as well as complex, and functions There are various kind of functions in mathematics: logarithmic functions, exponential function, inverse functions, and hyperbolic functions are arranged in the form of a rectangular array. Array is an arrangement of numbers having m rows and n columns. Is called an m cross n matrix and read as the matrix of order m by n. An m cross n matrix is usually denoted as A equals to A11, A12, A13 and so on, A1j and so on, A1n, and A21, A22, A23 and so on, A2j, A2n and so on, AM1 and AM2, AM3 dot AMJ, AMN. So A11 means the elements present in first row and first column. First element of A11 is first element of first row and first column. Row, what is row? Row is a horizontal and column is vertical. So we can see that there are m row and n column. See, this row is R1, इसको आप R1 रो भी कह सकते हैं. जैसे ये R1 रो है आपका, ये R2 रो एंड ये इसको आप कहेंगे M रो. एंड फर्स्ट कॉलम, सेकंड कॉलम, थर्ड कॉलम एंड nth कॉलम. So this is arrangement of mn numbers and numbers may be real or complex arranged in this rectangular array. So in compact form, the above matrix is represented by matrix A equals to element Aij of order m cross n or simply m by n, where I is equals to one, two, three, and so on m, and j is equals to 1, 2, 3 and so on n. Simply we can arrange an element in term of I. So this is this element we can say AI1, AI2 and AI3 and so on, Aij and so on, Ain. So in this rectangular arrangement or matrix, there are m rows and n columns. I represent the number of rows and j represent the number of columns. So in this matrix, total number of rows are m and total number of columns are n. And I represent the rows and j represent the columns. So simply this rectangular array is denoted by the symbol Aij of order m cross n. For example, A is a matrix having the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this matrix, there are 3 rows, say R1, R2 and R3. Say R1, R2 and R3. And columns C1, C2 and C3. So there are 3 rows and 3 columns in this matrix. First row is denoted by R1 and second row is denoted by R2 and third row is denoted by R3. फर्स्ट रो को R1 से हमने रिप्रेजेंट किया है, सेकंड रो को R2 से करते हैं एंड थर्ड रो को R3 से किया जाता है. सिमिलरली इसी तरह से जो ये हॉरिजॉन्टल रोज होती हैं, दिस इज वर्टिकल कॉलम, दिस लाइन इज हॉरिजॉन्टल and this line is vertical. So horizontal rows and vertical columns. Now we can take another example. Example 2. A matrix A equals to 4, 1, 2, 6, 3, 0, 5, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3. So first of all we can define the order of this matrix. So total number of rows and total number of columns are needed to define the order of a matrix. So there are 3 rows, say R1, R2 and R3, and columns C1, C2 and C3 and C4. So there are 4 columns and 3 rows. So to define the order of a matrix, we can write in form of m cross n. Here m is rows and n is columns. So there are 3 rows. So 3 cross and 4 columns. So this matrix is of the order 3 by 4. Here there are 12 elements in this matrix. You can also find the total number of elements in a matrix by multiplying rows by column. So total number of elements in a matrix is obtained by multiplying the total rows by total columns. So total number of elements equal to rows cross columns. So there are 3 rows and 4 columns. So 3 multiplied by 4, 3 cross 4 equal to 12. So in this matrix there are 12 elements, say A11, A12, A13. So now here A11 is equals to 4 and A12 is equals to 1 and A13 equals to 2 and A14 equal to 6. Similarly, A21 equals to 3 and A22 equal to 0 and A23 equal to 5 and A24 equal to 7. So A31 equals to 8 and A32 equals to 6 and A33 equals to 4, A34 equals to 3. So A11 means the first element of first row and first column. So there are 3 rows and 4 columns. So 4 is first element. 4 is first element of 4 is first element of first row and first column. So 4 is represented in form of A11 equal to 4 and 1 is A12. A12 means the first element of second element of row 1 and second column. This is element of first row and second column. So now we can represent by A12. A12. This is A13. This is A14. Similarly, this element is A21 because this is second row and the first column. So this element is of the type A21 and A22, A23, A24 and A31, A32, A33 and A34. So there are 12 elements in this matrix. Now here A11 means first row, first column, which is equal to 4, and A12 means first row and second column, which is equal to 1. Now we can take third example in form of functions. So say a matrix B equal to sin theta cos theta and minus cos theta sin theta. So in this matrix there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So first of all we can define order. So order of matrix is equal to 2 cross 2 because there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So here A11 equal to sin theta and A12 equal to cos theta and A21 is equal to this element minus cos theta and A22 equal to this element sin theta. Student, I hope you can understand much better. Now we can discuss about its types. So types of matrices. Matrix are of various types or various kinds. So we can study one by one in detail with more examples. So row matrix. What is row matrix? A matrix having only one row is called a row matrix. For example, say A is a matrix and having only one row 3, 4, 5. So in this matrix uh, there are 3 columns and single row. So we define the order of this matrix by multiplied rows by column in the order of m cross n. So there are only a single row and 3 columns, say C1, C2, C3. So order of this matrix, yes, such type of matrix is 1 cross 3. Example 2, say B is another matrix and having element 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are only one row and 4 columns. So the order of this type of matrix is 1 cross 4 or read as 1 by 4. So a row matrix is such type of matrix. The second is column matrix. A matrix having only one column is called column matrix. For example, A is a matrix having element in form of this. So there are only single column and 3 rows R1, R2 and R3. So this matrix is of the of order 3 cross 1 because this matrix contains 3 rows and single column. Now other example is any matrix B which have entries sin theta, cos theta and tan theta. So this matrix is also of order 3 cross 1 because there are 3 rows and 1 column. Now one more example, C equal to 4 comma 5. So this matrix is column matrix because it contain only one column. So this matrix of order 2 cross 1 because there are 2 rows. तो कॉलम मैट्रिक्स उस मैट्रिक्स को कहा जाता है जिसमें केवल एक कॉलम हो. कॉलम मीन्स वर्टिकल लाइन. वर्टिकल लाइन ये होती है इस तरह से वर्टिकल लाइन और दिस इज हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन. नाउ थर्ड इज जीरो मैट्रिक्स और नल मैट्रिक्स. A matrix is said to be zero or null matrix if each of its elements or entries all are zero. For example, matrix having each entry 0 0 looks like this type of matrix 0 0 0 0 0 and 0 0 0. So zero matrix is simply denoted by O. And order of this matrix is 2 cross 2 and this is 3 cross 3. So note, zero matrix of order m by n is denoted by OM cross n. Diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix is a square matrix. A square matrix means a matrix having equal rows and equal columns. Looks like this type 2 cross 2 and 3 cross 3 of order m cross m or n cross n. So diagonal matrix is a square matrix. Every diagonal matrix is a square matrix. A square matrix A in which non-diagonal element are 0 is called diagonal matrix. For example, A is equal to 2007. So this is diagonal of this matrix. And take another example B, which is equal to 300, 050 and 001. So in diagonal matrix, the diagonal element have distinct entries or distinct elements. तो स्टूडेंट डायगोनल जो मैट्रिक्स होता है उसमें ये जो डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स हैं ये सभी अलग अलग होंगे, डिस्टिंक्ट होंगे. डिस्टिंक्ट मीन्स डिफरेंट. एंड एक मैट्रिक्स होता है स्केलर मैट्रिक्स. स्केलर मैट्रिक्स के अंदर जो एलिमेंट होते हैं वो कोई भी स्केलर वैल्यू रखते हैं, सेम वैल्यू, कांस्टेंट वैल्यू. जैसे यहाँ अगर मैं 7 की जगह 2 लिख देता तो ये स्केलर मैट्रिक्स हो जाता. तो डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स और स्केलर मैट्रिक्स में केवल इतना ही डिफरेंस है कि डायगोनल एलिमेंट के अंदर जो डायगोनल एलिमेंट होते हैं वो डिस्टिंक्ट होते हैं और नॉन डायगोनल एलिमेंट जीरो होते हैं. ये नॉन डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स. तो डायगोनल एलिमेंट कुछ इस टाइप के होते हैं. स्केलर मैट्रिक्स. A diagonal matrix in which all diagonal element are equal is called a scalar matrix. For example, a matrix A of type 0, 3, 3, 0 and 0, 3. This is a square matrix of order 2 cross 2 and diagonal of this matrix diagonal ये इसका डायगोनल होता है. तो मैं सिंपली यहाँ पर ये भी लिख सकता हूँ कि डायगोनल ऑफ ए इज इक्वल टू 3, 3. इस तरह से इसको रिप्रेजेंट किया जा सकता है. तो स्केलर मैट्रिक्स में क्या होता है, डायगोनल एलिमेंट जो होते हैं वो कांस्टेंट वैल्यू रखते हैं, सेम वैल्यू रखते हैं. और डायगोनल एलिमेंट जो होता है वो एक डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स होता है. सॉरी, स्केलर मैट्रिक्स जो है वो एक डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स होता है. तो ये कहा जा सकता है कि एवरी डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स, देखिए हर एक जो डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स है वो स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स होता है. एवरी डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स इज, इसको देखिए मैं यहाँ कुछ पॉइंट्स लिख देता हूँ. रिमेंबर, रिमार्क्स में लिखिए, रिमार्क्स. एवरी डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स is always a square matrix. स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स मीन्स एक ऐसा मैट्रिक्स जिसके अंदर नंबर ऑफ रो और नंबर ऑफ कॉलम बराबर होते हैं. सेकंड इज एवरी स्केलर matrix is always a diagonal matrix. but converse is not true. हम ये नहीं कह सकते कि जो डायगोनल, हर एक डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स जो होता है वो स्केलर मैट्रिक्स होता है, लेकिन हर एक स्केलर मैट्रिक्स जो होता है वो डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स होता है. Now, further type of the matrix is a square matrix. This is most important, square matrix. Square matrix. तो हम पहले भी बता चुके थे, स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स उस मैट्रिक्स को कहा जाता है जिसके अंदर नंबर ऑफ रो और नंबर ऑफ कॉलम इक्वल होते हैं. तो यहाँ आप लिख सकते हैं ए मैट्रिक्स is said to be a square matrix if the number of rows is equal to number of columns. और इसकी एक डेफिनेशन इस तरह से भी है, डेफिनेशन 2. A square matrix of order n is also called a n-row square matrix. Of type A equal to Aij of order m by n, which is equal to of order n by n, in which I is equals to j. For example, A equal to 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 2 rows and 2 columns. So the number of rows is also equal to number of columns. So this matrix is a square matrix. एक अनदर एग्जाम्पल भी ले सकते हैं, जैसे B इक्वल टू 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. तो इसके अंदर 3 रो एंड 3 कॉलम है, तो इसको हम लिख देंगे 3 क्रॉस 3. तो डायगोनल इसका जो होगा वो ये होगा. डायगोनल के अंदर जो एलिमेंट्स होंगे वो 1, 5 एंड 9, एंड इस मैट्रिक्स के अंदर 4 और 7 होंगे. तो इस टाइप के मैट्रिक्स को स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स कहा जाता है. एक अनदर एग्जांपल लेते हैं, C 3 6 1 4 6 2 1 2 3. This matrix is of order 3 cross 3. So simply order of this matrix is 3. A square matrix of order n is also called n row square matrix of type A equal to Aij of order n cross n.